The beginning of a new Major League Baseball season always brings hopes and dreams, and of course, from guys like me, all kinds of predictions. And I've got 8 of my boldest predictions right here for you. Let's go. Let's kick it off in Chicago, the land of the White Sox. And I've got Munetaka Murakami and Colson Montgomery combining for the White Sox to hit more than 60 home runs. Yes, more than 60 home runs from the M&M boys in Chicago. I think Montgomery showed all kinds of pop in his time last season, was definitely on pace for more than 30 home runs. And Murakami is such a low-risk gamble for the White Sox, and I could really see him popping off in Chicago, creating a very potent middle of the lineup for the White Sox. I think they go more than 60. Turning our attention now to Minnesota, sticking in the AL Central. And I think that Joe Ryan is going to pitch in the playoffs. Yes, Joe Ryan is going to cover innings for somebody in the playoffs. I do not think it's going to be the Minnesota Twins. I fully believe that Joe Ryan is going to be dealt from the Twins at some point in time this season and will start playoff games for someone, probably a National League team, but maybe still an American League team. We'll see who's going to be willing to pay the price to pick up star starter Joe Ryan. Now, one that someone may not view as quite as bold because of the way he produced last season in a short span, but I think Nick Kurtz is going to lead baseball in home runs. Yes, he is going to top guys like Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani, Cal Raleigh, Kyle Schwarber. Forget them all. Nick Kurtz is going to be your home run champion. I think part of it is the fact he's playing in that minor league ballpark that we found out last year in Sacramento really produces offense. And I think Nick Kurtz is going to take it even further this season and be the top power guy in all of Major League Baseball. We tend to forget how long it takes starters to really recover after Tommy John surgery. Yes, the surgery and the fact recovery takes about a year, but it's longer than that to really get back to your full potential. And because of that, because of another additional year, I think that Sandy Alcantara is going to return to Cy Young form and finish in the top 3 in National League Cy Young voting. Yes, I also believe that Alcantara is going to pitch the entire year for the Marlins. He's not going to be traded. The Marlins are going to have a solid season, and Alcantara is going to be a big part of that run. So I've got Sandy back in the top 3 in NL Cy Young. In New York, we're looking at the big acquisition for the Mets in terms of free agency. And of course, that was third baseman Bo Bichette. Now, as a Toronto Blue Jays fan, I will miss Bo, but there are a lot of limitations when it comes to defensive side of the ball for Bo Bichette, and I do not believe that he is going to be a good fit at third base. However, I don't think it's going to matter. And the reason why they've got Mark Vientos and Brett Beatty that I think are going to cover third base. And by the midpoint of the season, I think that Bo Bichette is going to be more of the full-time DH in New York with the Mets rather than the third baseman, which will move back to guys like Beatty, Vientos, maybe even a little Marcus Semien potentially. And I think Bo Bichette becomes the DH for a very, very good Mets team. There's just some types of players that you do not want to rile up because when you do and awake the bear inside, they have a tendency of being that their absolute best. Well, I think one of those guys was awoken this offseason because of comments from his own general manager. Bryce Harper's not elite. Oh, I think Bryce Harper is going to indeed prove that he is elite. Maybe even, let's say, top 5 in MVP voting for Bryce, provided he can stay healthy and awaken that bear inside and once again be the dude in Philadelphia to become elite Bryce Harper. Every team comes along and has championship windows that just close. Some of them very suddenly, some of them take quite a while. And one that I think has finally hit its peak is the Houston Astros. Yes, I believe the championship window has indeed closed in Houston and that the Astros will be sellers at the trade deadline. In fact, they could be big sellers. 2 guys in particular. Let's see if they're willing to pay them. How about Jeremy Pena and Hunter Brown? Now, I'm not predicting that they're going to trade both of those guys, but I fully believe that come deadline time, the Houston Astros are going to be sellers in the American League. And my last bold prediction is going to come from the Bay. Yes, in San Francisco, I think there are 3 guys that are going to produce elite numbers, all from the infield in San Francisco. Let's take Matt Chapman, Willie Adames, and Rafael Devers and put them down for 90-plus home runs from the Giants infield. I think they have a chance of being elite. I think Rafael Devers is going to find his form again in San Francisco. Yes, it's a tougher place to hit home runs than Boston, but Rafael Devers in now a second season in San Francisco. Same with Willie Adames. They combine with Matt Chapman to produce a vaunted infield for the Giants, and they go off for 90 or more home runs. Make sure you comment down below with your bold predictions for this 2026 Major League Baseball season. I greatly appreciate all your guys' support. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Share this out with your baseball friends. Let's get some talk going. What are your bold predictions? Thank you so much for everyone who joins me along this journey. I greatly appreciate all your guys' support. And until next time, take care, everyone.